Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here and welcome back to an all new Black Ops 4 Zombies video. Today we are actually going to be talking about the fact that David Vonderhaar did basically announce the 4th bonus map that we are getting with the launch of Black Ops 4. So if you're unaware, the special editions were announced the other day, which are actually going to include a Black Ops pass, which includes the bonus map, which is called Declassified. Now we thought that Declassified was going to be a 5 remake / a 5 remastered, because in the A there is actually a pentagon symbol. Well, David Vonderhaar did basically confirm that the bonus map, which is similar to how you got the Giant the Durries remake with the season pass for Black Ops 3, and also how you got the Nuketown Zombies map with the season pass for Black Ops 2 Zombies, well, with this game we are going to be getting a 5 remake, because David Vonderhaar was talking about zombies at E3 yesterday on an interview, and I'm going to play that clip for you guys right now, and he specifically references the fact that he is unable to talk about the presidents, which is obviously in reference to 5, since that was the whole basis for that map. It was obviously set within the pentagon, which is why we have the pentagon symbol within the name Declassified. So I think the map is going to be called Declassified, and it's actually going to be a remake of 5, similar to how the Giant was the remake of Durries. So I'm going to play that clip for you guys right now.
We have signs around our offices, guys, like Remastered Mob of the Dead, right? It's like stuck on people's walls. They're like, they get on TV and they like hold up the Remastered Mob of the Dead sign, and like, you know, behind newscasters and stuff. And we print that out and hang it up on the hallway. People are nuts.
That's such a fun.
Are we going to be able to play as the presidents again?
Did we do anything with the thing that we talked about? We have not announced anything involving presidents.
Okay.
Talking about tactical responses and stuff.
We were joking if we could put the presidents in other aspects of the game the other day, but no presidents right now.
Got it.
Yeah, no presidents right now.
Okay, cool.
Now, it is more than possible that this 5 remake / remaster will actually be announced later on today, because Jason Blundell is going to be hosting a zombies panel at E3, and so it's possible that this map could be announced today, which is the 4th map on disc. Now, in terms of the storyline for this map, I'm not really sure what the storyline is going to be, because are we going to play as the original cast from 5? I don't really know. Now, what we could be playing as, if you're unaware, if you've read the Call of Duty Zombies timeline, there are 2 alternative storylines to 5. So we have the storyline that we originally played, and within that universe our characters on 5 actually managed to survive. However, there is an alternative universe, which is one of the fractures, which is actually the Gorod Krovi fracture, which is the Angonia fracture, and within this universe, on November the 6th 1963, hiding in a closet at the Pentagon, Nook Namara records a message confirming that John F. Kennedy, Richard Nixon and Fidel Castro have died as a result of a zombie outbreak. He dies moments later. So maybe we will be playing this 5 remake within this fracture, and our characters could actually die on the map, or possibly we could be playing as another crew. We may be playing as the Victus, the transit crew, for example, because obviously on Blood of the Dead they are placed within the cryogenic chambers. So maybe our premise crew that we play as on Blood of the Dead, they may awaken the transit crew from their cryogenic chambers, and then because of their involvement with Broken Arrow, they may make their way to the Pentagon, and we play 5 on that map. I'm not really too sure. So yeah, we could either play within this fracture where they actually die, or we could be playing as the Victus crew, or maybe even another crew. We're just going to have to wait and see, but it'll probably be a remake, so we have new areas, there'll be new additions to the map and stuff like that. So right now, I'm going to play a video for you guys explaining the entire storyline of 5, so you're all caught up for the 5 remake / remaster. So yeah, enjoy. So, I want to start off on January the 19th, 1946. This is where the United States and the Soviet Union share the resources recovered from Group 935's various research stations. Richthofen's diary is among the items recovered by the Soviet Union. Then on January the 27th, 1946, the Pentagon hires many former Group 935 scientists in an effort to replicate their work. On January the 29th, 1946, as with their US counterparts, the Soviets hire many former Group 935 scientists. Among them is Harvey Yenia, who forms the Ascension Group. On July the 29th, 1952, the Pentagon begins experiments involving their own versions of the undead. On May the 12th, 1955, the US government transfers a number of Element 115 experiments to the Groom Lake facility. On October the 19th, 1955, Gersh and Yuri begin working for the Ascension Group. April the 23rd, 1956, aka Shangri-La, explorers Brock and Gary discover Shangri-La. During an eclipse, they're unwittingly trapped in a time loop. Sally, sent back in time from 2011, is trapped in the same loop. Ultimus arrives in Shangri-La with the help of Brock and Gary. They acquire the focusing stone. On June the 3rd, 1959, the Pentagon constructs their own prototype teleporter and commences experimentation. On March the 13th, 1962, studying Group 935's medical elixir research, the Ascension Group develops PhD Flopper and Stamina. On November the 11th, 1962, Gersh begins work on Project Thunder. On December the 12th, 1962, Gersh and Yuri begin work on the Gersh device, codenamed Project Mercury. On June the 15th, 1963, the Pentagon begins development on their own version of the Wonderwaffe DG2. On August the 17th, 1963, the Pentagon begins development on their own version of the Winter's Howl. On October the 28th, 1963, aka Kino de Toten, from Der Rees, Ultimus teleports to Kino. This marks the first time Ultimus travels across space and time. Temporal rifts occur across dimensions. In light of these developments, Monty feels obligated to step in and begins to make changes in the background across time. He helps Group 935 invent perk machines. He adds chalk drawings to walls, little nudges.
The minute you people teleported for the first time, you changed the rules. How am I supposed to keep track if you keep moving the pieces? Even when you were just a little problem brewing in the far corner of existence, I tried to throw you a bone or two. I told you this, didn't I? The magic box of weapons, the little clues here and there. I always tried to give you a little help, without drawing too much attention to myself. The thing is, though, I can't just magic things out of thin air. I have to manipulate things that already exist in your reality. Like the perk drinks. They were something originally cooked up by Group 935. I just used them for my own ends. I honestly don't even know how they work. I swear. As for the songs, don't get me started.
Ultimus locates a lunar lander and flies to the Ascension facility. On October the 29th, 1963, Gersh informs the senior staff that Yuri has been removed from Project Mercury and has been transferred to rockets research. On October the 29th, 1963, Yuri begins to notice the appearance of children's toys around the facility. On November the 1st, 1963, upon reading Richtofen's diary, Yuri begins to hear Samantha's voice. Over several days, her voice will consume him, driving him to the brink of insanity. She orders him to resume work on the Gersh device. He obeys. On November the 4th, 1963, Gersh announces to the committee that Project Thunder is nearing completion. Gersh reveals Yuri may need to be removed from Ascension entirely, having observed his being hostile towards other scientists and frequently observed muttering to himself. On November the 5th, 1963, obeying Samantha's wishes, Yuri tricks Gersh into activating the Gersh device. The rift created absorbs him and allows Samantha to travel through. Yuri is also absorbed and transported to the Pentagon, and that's how he became the Pentagon Thief. He obviously becomes the Pentagon Thief, and then he starts stealing our weapons so that he can collect 115 to power the Casimir mechanism. And obviously he has all the numbers and everything like that, essentially the corruption surrounding him. Then on November the 19th, 1963, in an effort to avoid another undead outbreak, the US government creates the Broken Arrow program, establishing several facilities across the country. The Groom Lake program is folded into Broken Arrow. And then the storyline goes so on and so forth from there, but it's irrelevant to the topic that I wanted to discuss within today's video, because I saw an interesting post by a guy over on Reddit called RayGunner256 titled "The Identity of the Pentagon Thief was in our faces this entire time." And I will leave a link to the original Reddit post if you want to go ahead and check it out down in this video's description. I would highly recommend going ahead and checking it out if you want to read it for yourself. As I said, full credit goes to RayGunner256 for noticing this, but the post reads as follows. So today, after hopping on Black Ops 3, I went to go play Nact. I stared at the loading screen and started to notice some things that I just really didn't think about until the timeline was posted. So the earliest date on the timeline is 1943. The picture associated with it is a room full of boxes with the Russian hammer and sickle. The image below it is a man coming out of a portal with numbers as well. Let's ignore this for now. The next date is 1959 and is accompanied with Russian scientists working with science above. This could refer to a time before Samantha contacted Yuri, which leads to the next picture with an unspecified date in which a scientist is speaking to a figure which the images in front resemble a girl. I'm thinking it's Samantha. Then 1964, which is around the Cuban Missile Crisis, and 5, and shows an image of a man shuffling towards something and leads me to the final image of the man coming out of the portal with numbers, which is on the map 5. The man is Yuri. The first image on the left and the last on the bottom right have the same image of a man, but one is silhouetted. The two scientists we know specifically from the A group were Gersh and Yuri, but it couldn't have been Gersh because of the Easter egg, but Yuri was off somewhere else, which could be the only one left to be on the loading screen to be teleported to 5. The wording may sound crazy to sum it up. Yuri was the remaining scientist we knew of not present in the Ascension Easter egg, and the loading screen from Nact suggests a person was teleported to an area with numbers and the only place is 5. I don't know if anyone else has posted or thought about this, just wanted to post this, thank you. So that's the conclusion to the post, essentially saying that the information that we learned from the timeline that Yuri is actually the Pentagon thief was displayed within the Nacta Untoten loading screen within Black Ops 1. The Nacta Untoten loading screen was never relevant to Nacta Untoten, it was always relevant to 5 and Ascension, and it displayed essentially how Yuri became the Pentagon thief. But until we got the timeline, we just didn't manage to piece the puzzles together, but now we finally can. So this Easter egg, this secret, whatever you want to call it, about the true identity of the Pentagon thief was in our faces this entire time, and I bet Treyarch were just there laughing like, haha, people have been speculating about this for ages. It's point blank in your face, you just haven't realized it. But yeah, it's good to see that it's all canonized with the timeline and everything like that. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not here for the latest and greatest Black Ops 3 Zombies news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.